and welcome to Social Buzz Extra here on Global Television. I am Ogoch Kumobunor. Today on Social Buzz Extra, we're bringing you all of the highlights of social happenings on social media. If it's trending, then don't worry, we are bringing it down to your doorstep. So to be part of this conversation, all you need to do is to make sure that you're watching on DSTV, channel 365, or you watch on Star Times, channel 276. Also, to make sure that you also are following the program, you can watch also on YouTube. It's Global TV NG. That is to make sure that you're part of the program. You need to follow, just subscribe to our YouTube page, Global TV NG. Also, and you can click on that bell-like icon. It's going to notify you whenever we come your way so that you don't miss any other episode of Social Buzz Extra. You can drop your comments and like, share to your friends, and follow us. All right, let's move into the topic of discuss today. And this one is the Interior Minister who has blasted officials during his surprise visit to the passport office in Abuja. The Minister of Interiors, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, on Tuesday paid an unannounced visit to the Nigerian Immigration Service passport office in Gwagwalada, Abuja, where he condemned delays in passport processing and warned applicants against making extra payments. Tunji-Ojo inspected operations at the VIP and children's section of the passport office and engaged both officials and applicants, questioning why people were still waiting long after the office was expected to begin service. During the visit, the minister took feedbacks from applicants and cautioned them against paying money outside official fees, insisting that Nigerians had paid for their passport completely and should not be charged for additional items. He said, "I don't want to hear that you are collecting money for diesel or paper. Nigerians have paid for their passport completely. Serve them diligently," he said. He also expressed displeasure that only a few applicants had been attended to hours after opening time, despite the section being designated for expected service. So it means that by 9:30 a.m., I expect to see at least one or two applicants here, because I can see some people waiting downstairs. And our responsibility is to be efficient, he said. Well, the minister also questioned officials on the pace of enrollment and biometric capturing, noting that each applicant should be processed within minutes. How long does it take to do an enrollment? 3 minutes. So 3 times 7, that is 21 minutes, he said. Well, that is Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, who is the Minister of Interiors there. I understand how it can be, but we don't expect the minister to be everywhere. But I really applaud him for this. We've known the Interior Minister since he assumed office to always inspect. We've seen huge changes, like positive changes in that ministry since he assumed office. So definitely we'll give kudos to him. It's not easy moving from office to office. Supervision is one thing. We talked about it earlier this morning, that supervision is very important. When you give people duties to carry out, make sure that there is someone supervising. And you know, earlier this morning, my co-host on the Global Morning Show talked about the person who is there. There's a controller there, you know, of NIS, Nigerian Immigration Services. So what is she doing? She's supposed to supervise all of this. And that is the reason why we need to check the people we put in offices. You might say, oh, this person is due. It's not about being due. Does the person know the job? Is the person fit for the job? Will the person carry out the job properly? Because all we need to do, all we are expecting is results. It's not about the person. Results. Is the person efficient to carry out those jobs? So I'd like us to take a look at the video of the minister there and his surprise visit to the Nigerian Immigration Service office in Gwagwalada.
So if the essence here is division of labor, she is doing enrollment, you are doing capturing. So why must you wait till you enroll everybody before you do capturing? Somebody can go there, call somebody, you do the enrollment, then you do the capturing, the person goes and vice versa. You could do that. So why must you? You're wasting people's precious time. Time is money, time is expensive. It's unacceptable. It is unacceptable. The one that you said is for the masses. that is there, and people are already there. I can see the queue. They are doing enrollment, they are doing capturing. They are there. You want for the masses, but this place because of VIP, and Nigeria has not VIP. So because it's for VIP and children now, so definitely you people will just be taking AC and be chopping line while Nigerians are waiting downstairs. It's unacceptable. When you wear this uniform, you wear a uniform of sacrifice. When you wear this uniform, you wear a uniform of service. You are here to work for the people. I'm not impressed with this because I can't get here and not see people, because once there is no, how many times do you get VIPs? Your so-called and unquote, your so-called VIP. I mean, quote and unquote. How many times do you get there? Not every day, not at all times. How many times do you have children? Not at all times. So for me, I can't enter. No matter what you tell me, it doesn't apply to me. To put it mildly, you cannot, and I repeat, be here and there's nobody.
I'm trying to imagine what exactly was going through their minds when they were listening to the minister there. I'm sure a lot of them will be quite surprised because, like I said, it's a surprise visit he paid to that office. So most of them, they were all shocked. Maybe a few persons might really know about his coming, but most of them were surprised. And they stood still like, okay, we're listening. And it's not our fault, kind of. But if you have experienced immigration, my dear, you will stand there and join the minister and maybe talk and rant all of these things he's saying to them, to be very honest. Because I must say, even if you have not experienced, I said it earlier, even if you've not had like a personal experience, in the immigration office, you must have heard people talk about it or have someone that is related to you, complain about it. Sometimes you ask yourself, why is it easy for some persons, why some other persons is not? They keep postponing the date for, the day you are supposed to come collect your they don't even get to check your credential, your papers and all of that, or they keep postponing the day you are supposed to come collect your passport. And you have several other issues and complaints people, list out, and you are surprised what is going on. We have people, we have officers there, capable hands. So why is it taking so much time, to deal with? Although some persons have smooth ride, we mentioned it earlier this morning, when we were saying he had a smooth ride. He started in 2008, and it was easy and all about, all through the time he went for even renewals, he never had a problem. I also had a smooth, ride with them. I remember in 2013 when I did my first passport, and it was easy, breezy. Like I never had any issue. I think I collected the passport after like a week or less than. It was so smooth, and other things I went to do there, no issue. But I've seen so many persons complain about it, and I think these are the things that the minister is not happy about, because if we put people to work there, then they should carry out their duties without issue. He mentioned it that if you are going to do a passport, if you are going to maybe the capturing and all of that, all of the processes shouldn't take more than how many minutes? 10, 17 minutes, if at all, not so much, okay? Although one of the officers acknowledged that although the office was scheduled to open by 8 a.m., operations began later after the generator was switched on at about 9 a.m. He said, we are supposed to open by 8, one official said, explaining that power was put on after applicants had arrived. Okay, now this issue of offing power and owning power. The question right now is, was there any provision for diesel in the generator? Because, okay, we cannot say, okay, we are relying on the, light provider or service provider to provide light and all of that. You could say, okay, there's no light for some hours, maybe 6 hours a day, there's no light. But is there no standby standby generator and diesel too in that generator? Because we don't, when we keep hearing things like, oh, we need the applicants first to sit down before we can on generator. It doesn't sound well in my ear. I don't know about you, but why will I have to come there, sit down? And maybe if you are the only one who just arrived, I'm sure they will not put on the agenda. They'll tell you, let others arrive so that we don't waste fuel or we don't waste diesel. They'll tell you, okay, let's have about 10 of you seated down before we can go on the generator. It doesn't sit well with me. I think we've passed to this stage in Nigeria where we just have to be doing offing and on generator. We should leave the generator to stand by and do the job for the day. Please let's look into that. I think the Nigerian immigration service should look into the owning and offing of generator. That's one problem there for me. Well, let's take a bit of comment from social media as regards this. And the first one is coming from Andy Grandeur. And Andy says, Honorable Minister, please visit the London office and give us feedback. This person is about the London office. Of course, is where what is affecting him is where it's affecting him right now. So he has to speak about the London office. Okay, what's going on in the London office, Andy, if I may ask? If you are watching this, please brief us on what exactly is going on in the London office using our comment section on YouTube. Okay. All right, the next comment is coming from Chris Ugo, and Chris says, it's only when you mean business by firing defaulters that they will learn to do the right thing. That's what it means to hold people accountable. Speaking to them is not enough. Okay, I talked about this earlier too briefly, and I said firing defaulters is not the solution, but strict supervision. Because if you keep firing defaulters, then you have no one anymore in that office or working for you. And the truth is people will definitely default. So you correct and you strictly monitor them, supervise them to ensure that they are carrying out their duties properly. Most of these people there in the office, they are all trained hands. There's nobody there that is not trained. I know that for a fact that the Nigerian Immigration Service often train the officers there. So you don't just see anybody wearing the uniform. No, you must have gone through a series of training and retraining before you could actually be a Nigerian immigration officer. And yes, so we cannot say just fire them. Why do you derive joy in firing people and also re-employing people? So most times when you have corrected, you have trained, you have supervised them, and they still continue, that's when we now have that kind of discussion. But yes, firing immediately someone defaults is not the solution. Okay. All right, the third comment for this topic is Be Unique, and Be Unique says, put CCTV and monitor the activities. Simple, because if you leave, they will continue. So Be Unique, I'm going to hammer on this comment. To be very honest, when I read through some other comments, but because of the sake of our time, we usually pick a few. But when I went through some comments on that story, some persons were saying, even when they correct them, they still go back again to base, like going back to what they are used to, which is delaying people or not carrying out the activities, sitting down and feeling so relaxed as though they don't have people to attend to. Yes, I saw comments like that. So it's not all about just the CCTV camera content, because that man I'm seeing there is a very serious minister. We know the Minister of Interiors, to be a very serious man and who has actually keep up with his duties. They've been good testimonies about him. So it can never be content. So all we need is strict supervision, not just CCTV. If we have CCTV, then there should be someone monitoring that CCTV, someone that is not biased, someone that cannot be, easily manipulated. So that he can maybe give feedback to the officer in charge and also report back to the minister. And that's the way we get to hold defaulters accountable. Okay? All right, let's move on to the next topic for today. The BBNaija star and billionaire's son, Kiddwaya, reacts after Admiral shoots her shot in his DM. BBNaija reality star Kiddwaya has taken to Instagram to share his reaction after receiving what he described as a nearly perfect message from a female admirer. According to Kiddwaya, the DM caught him completely off guard and left him genuinely confused about how to respond. He admitted that the message messed with his head, adding that he wasn't sure if it was written with the help of AI or if the lady was simply saying all the right things. He rated the message a 10 out of 10, noting that it contained everything a man would want to hear. Unsure of his next move, the reality star asked his followers for advice, urging them to read the message and tell him what do they think in the comments? What they actually think in the comment section. Okay, well, let's take a look at the video where Kidwai was expressing himself.
Guys, I need some help. Your boy needs help. I got a DM the other day from a lady, right? And she sent probably the most perfect message a man could receive from a lady. It fucked with my head. I don't know what to do. I don't know if it's AI. I don't know if she's just saying all the right things. I don't know how to feel. But I gotta be honest, the message is amazing. Like, I give it 10 out of 10. Like, she said everything a man wants to hear. What do I do, guys? I need help. I need help. All right? So you check the message out and tell me what to do in the comment section.
All right, you've seen it there. You've seen the message. He put it up there to say, read the message. So just in case you have not read through, you can actually go back and watch, pause and read through that message. But that lady, I must say, she sabi walk. Let's say that way in Pidgin Palace. She's sabi work, like she knows how to. Whether this is AI created or this is from her head directly, whatever it is, she had to hit the nail on the head. Like, she went straight to the point. You could see just a few punchy lines and that was just it. And it kept this man's head. His brain has been turning and turning and turning. You know, that's just what men want. You know, they think they are the only one that have punchy lines. We ladies too have punchy lines. And she just did that. I'm not here for your money. I'm also a working class lady with her money. She's a classy lady. She has her own money and all she wants. If he wants a God-fearing woman who is ready to take care of him and also serve him well as a wife and all of that, she's here. I need to go take classes from this young lady, but something is not right. And before I said that, there's a comment that I will have to go through the comments and see what exactly they have to say about it. And the first comment is coming from Karen Black. And Karen says, "Oh, my sister, whoever is exposing your private text to him, don't say you did not see the signs. Can't even decide for himself, an adult man with beer. Okay. I'll come back to that comment. All right, the second comment is coming from Laoluwaju. And Laoluwaju says, if she's not in his league or her family in the same social class as his dad, it will take a miracle to make the relationship work. In love relationships, social status and class is very important. The third comment is coming from Erima Adoma, and Erima says, desperation at its finest. Peace doesn't come from people you date or marry. If you haven't already found peace within yourself, nobody else is capable of giving you peace. All right, so let me go back to that first comment that talked about him exposing the message. So if that lady is someone that you feel like, okay, you want to work towards, she grabbed your attention with her message, with her lines, I don't think he should bring it up to social media. We have nothing to see. Because if you pick up any lady today to say, I want to get married to this lady, or I want to start dating this lady, I tell you for a fact, no one has anything to say. Maybe only your family, and which I feel like your family are the only persons who have, say in this issue. I don't think bringing it up to social media is actually the right way to go, because of course a lot of ladies want Kidwai. He's cute, he's rich. I don't know about his attitude though. Some persons are against his attitude. Why some? I must tell you, there are so many persons who also want him like that. They feel like there's nothing wrong with his attitude. There's nothing wrong with his character. Everything is cool. You understand? At least he dated someone we all liked in the Big Brother house too. So they'll tell you, oh, why can't we be there? If it's Kid, we have this Kid. Everybody loves Kid, you know. So bringing it up to social media, I must say, is not the right way to go. So Kid, please, if you really want this girl and you are not trying to drag her, please take it off social media and go deal with your personal life. This is supposed to be a private life. You discuss with her. If you want her, fine. If you want to say, okay, let's start with, let's see how this thing goes. There are some relationships that started like that. They're not sure if they want you, and they're not sure if they don't want you, but let's see how it goes. And they keep monitoring. They keep asking questions, you know. Dates, that's the reason why dates are there. You keep, asking questions, go out on a date, you ask questions, and you get to know the person properly. If it's someone that you want to keep as friends, maybe you don't want to do maybe a relationship, you don't want to take it too serious with them, fine, you could tell them, I like you, but let's keep it as friends. Yes, you could benefit more as friends than even as partners. If you say, oh, I don't want you as friends, but I feel like with what we've discussed so far in the space of 1 month, 2 months, I feel like we'll be good for business partnership. Let's partner. There are some relationships started and ended with partnership. Let's do business. Nothing, no love, in it. But I think you are good for business, so let's go that way. And some persons end up being husband and wife. So keep it off social media and please do the right thing, okay? And the other person, that's the last comment I talked about, desperation. I don't want to look at it as desperation. Yes, I don't want to look at it as desperation because some persons are very blunt. Some persons are not blunt. The word is not blunt. Some persons are just go-getters. They don't mind what people get to say about it. Like you now, you're calling it desperation. But some persons don't look at it as desperation. Okay? So that's not the problem. Desperation is not the problem. I don't see it as desperation. I just see it as someone who is bold. A bold person, yes. Some persons are bold. So this is a bold girl who knows what she wants and she's going for what she wants no matter what the case may be. So please go, girl. If that's what you want, why not? But bringing it up to social media space is not it at all. Okay? All right, we wish we had more time. We would have wanted to take you out on other stories, but do not worry. We'll often come here. The time is till 12:30 p.m. every Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday. You catch me here giving you trending gist back to back, okay? All right, if you're just joining us, do not worry. You've not missed out on anything. I must tell you that. So all you need to do is just to rush off to YouTube, Global TV NG, one word. Make sure that you subscribe and turn on that bell-like icon. I keep saying that because that's the only thing that's going to notify you whenever I come here. You don't have anything that's going to notify you apart from that bell, okay? All right, from me, I'm saying thank you for joining and bye for now.